Hello, hello, hello. Yes, it is time for the Secret World. We're going to do the best of Secret World tonight. It is going to be pretty awesome because we're going to do the Cat God. This is
Quiet, please.
what made us first realize how awesome Secret World could be with Halloween. I'm gonna play some radio in between while I do a couple things. There we are live. There we go.
The American Broadcasting Company presents Quiet, Please, which is written and directed by Willis Cooper.
Namaste.
Features Ernest Chappell. Quiet, Please, for today is called Northern Light.
The part of the broadcast event is that when you do all the different zones, you get this radio that will allow you to play the different radio programs.
Teleportation.
So that's what we're kind of doing right now, just listening to that.
No, I didn't think you did, but you stay right where you are, my charming.
It's a mission item, so it never takes up space in your inventory. That's nice.
You want to know. And maybe
Let's see if I can cancel it now.
not terribly anxious to know.
It's a little not responsive. I'm not sure what the deal is with that.
Ever see the Northern Lights? Aurora Borealis is their right name.
But, yes, that radio feed is out of the game. It's an item that you activate. And then, it's, like I say, it's being a little unresponsive, but you basically can activate it. If it would actually, I'm not sure why the hotkeys aren't working.
And now Roma Wines, R-O-M-A, Roma Wines present Suspense.
And then you can, it actually has like all of them from the event. And you can listen to them all.
System and its affiliated stations present Orson Welles and the Mercury Theater on the air in The War of the Worlds by H.G. Wells.
War of the Worlds. Of course, everybody knows that one, right? But yeah, so that's a really cool effect. That was from the 2013 Halloween, which was re-released this year in 2018. So that was pretty cool. That's probably the best Halloween thing they ever did, honestly. But Cat God is the one that started it all. It is the one that came out in October of 2012, shortly after Secret World's launch. And it was the first one to re-release when Secret World Legends was rebooted. So it's a pretty exciting and fun mission chain. It's actually a couple missions. It's a little buggy. It's always been buggy, and there's not really a way around that. They have made a lot of fixes to it. So there's that. Especially in Secret World Legends. One thing that I did want to show off early is we have the Extra Life coming up this weekend. I'm going to start at 9 p.m. Pacific on Friday night and stream till 9 p.m. on Saturday. But one of the things we got from Secret World Legends was a special limited edition shirt. Now, a shirt is cool. A shirt is always cool, right? We always love cosmetics. And it's pretty cool looking on its own. It's got the controller and all that stuff. One of the things that you don't see in most t-shirts, even in Secret World, is this. When you put on a coat, it adjusts to fit the coat. It doesn't fit all coats, but most coats do reduce it so that it's easier to see. So that is pretty rare to see, because most of the time you have these things where you get these really nice shirts that you can't ever wear with your jacket. But that is not the case with this particular shirt. It will adjust depending on if you're wearing a jacket or not. So that was pretty amazing. I was looking at that today and went, wow, that is cool. So, so anybody who donates to Extra Life, I have a temporary power here. This one here. It's a t-shirt gun. And anybody who donates Extra Life through my channel will, if you play Secret World Legends, you will get a shot with the gun, basically. You will get this t-shirt. So that's something that we're going to do tomorrow. Obviously, people want to get in ahead of time, they can. But that is, this is like, that was the coolest geek out thing for me, is that it adjusts to fit the jacket. It's like never happens. So that was pretty cool. So anyway, onward to our mission. We are going to talk to Madame Roger. We've got a phone call coming in from her. If you remember playing on very, very early, we did some of the Raven stuff. So that's what she references in this call, which we're going to listen to right now.
Hey, you may not remember me. Kingsmith, Crystal Ball, fake accent. Ravens? Yeah, so anyway, not just calling to say hi, although, hi. So, it started with Andy, then me, then all these kittens. Look, I know it sounds weird on the phone, right? Look, I wouldn't call because of some missing cats. I mean, yes, my cats are missing, but others are screaming, rising, clawing in our heads. I actually miss the ravens.
So this is the first mission, the Meowling. And yes, her cats are missing. And many of the cats are going crazy around town. So let's go see our resident fortune teller hiding out in her basement.
White cat crosses the black path. His tail hangs from his mouth. His ears are in his hands. He's putting on his face? The 13 are tied by their tongues. They call him King, the god of claws. Strays all gather, extend their paws. He takes a knife.
Oh, geez.
He cuts the whiskers first, then the tail. The eyes he has to scoop out with.
I vote we skip the particulars on this one, eh? I mean, maybe if you see a name or an address or...
Doesn't work that way, Andy. Is this them?
Paunch, Friday, Dexter. Ah, geez, Dolly. It's been 20 years, and I've always been thinking about him, but I never had thoughts like this. I thought maybe you could just... Or maybe if I should just... Or maybe you tell me.
Sweetie, it's hard to make out details, I see so many cats right now, all crowded, scared, gathering for someone, something. Mine were there too. I mean, they were all there. Whatever this is, it's not our fault. Someone's blinding them.
Geez, I appreciate you leaving out the gruesome details. Look, I should really get back to getting out there, I guess. Don't be telling people I'm squeamish of the sort. It's just that, geez, kittens, you know? With everything going on, folks still care about things. That's got to count for something. Always on Halloween, eh?
Thanks for coming. I don't speak cat, but I keep seeing what they see, what they think they see. It feels cruel, calculated. Something's pulling their tails, obviously, but it's more than that. Someone's making something, stitching pieces together. Look, it's not about me having nightmares or Andy or even about Kingsmouth. It's like something's clawing at this really thick curtain. And I don't think it's supposed to come down.
Dun dun dun. Yes, it's a really creepy start to the mission. Cats. Bad things are happening to the cats all over the island. How are we doing on inventory space? Yeah, we're good. Okay, good. Alright. So first we need to see the photo. Launch Dolly and Friday. Dolly he mistakenly calls Dexter. Not really clear why. That was a part of a trivia question earlier. During the event. Somebody asked what they were, and he says
Don't mind the
Dexter
mess.
for some reason. And her kitty is Bast, which is appropriate for a fortune teller. Madame Roger is pretty fun. She's
I suppose I got lucky when the fog came. I was, tied up in here. I had this uncontrollable urge to walk into the sea, let the waters swallow me. But I was unable to, due to, the plush handcuffs. The mayor wasn't as fortunate, but I suppose I can thank his fetishes for saving my life. In the commotion, he ran out of here. In his boxers, with the key to the handcuffs. Which probably means he's walking around out there somewhere, in his boxers, with the key to the handcuffs. I contemplated biting off my own hands, but then Andy found me, buck naked. Me, not him. He turned red as a tomato, sweet kid. But I didn't want to join the others at the station. I've had enough of the judgmental looks and the whispering. I'll fend for myself, thanks very much.
That is always a funny story about how she survived the fog. And it's really a good insight into what happened during the fog. Basically, everybody who's still alive couldn't go out to sea, or were hiding where the fog couldn't get at them. Alright, so let's talk to Andy. We're just gonna jump over.
Hello, my friend.
Oops, we're going to talk to Andy. And you literally just come over here and talk to him about cats.
Moose says it's best to talk things out. So, here I am, talking. Mom bought the kittens and Dad drowned them. That's the facts of it. I don't like speculating much. That's one step away from guessing. And the sheriff, she taught me never to guess. Mom's version was that Dad loved things too much. Got a bit crazy sometimes. Hugged real hard. Didn't always want to let go. The morning he stuffed them in a bag and took them out to sea, he was full of too much feelings. Didn't know what to do with them. He took them down to Journey's End, out behind the bed and breakfast. It's where the journey ended. Jeez, Dad always wore these masks, you know? For the longest time, you figure you know someone. Most of the time, really, we got no idea.
So his kittens were killed near Journey's End, which is over here. So we're gonna jump over there. These weren't always part of the story that I remember. They were added later. They were here. But they weren't part of the mission arc. Here they are, Friday, Paunch, and Dolly.
The
Where?
13 are tied by their tongues. I keep hearing those words. Can you do anything with that?
Yeah, there's usually a lore over here, but I've gotten it ages ago. Okay, so 13 cats. Well, the place where there are the most cats is in Blue Mountain at the mansion. So that's where we'll head to next. This mission used to be significantly longer, but some of what made it longer is also what made it buggy. So they removed a lot of the blocks that cause problems. Mostly it'll be a little bit later, I'll point it out, where you would normally have to run around to like 3 different locations around the game.
I always kept them outside. They did cat things. Rummaging, scratching, digging up flowers. They never bothered anyone. Certainly didn't bother me. Now, I see them digging things up, but it's not flowers. It's definitely not flowers.
But it also was nice because when you were running around, part of it was in Transylvania. And obviously low-level characters can't get to Transylvania. You have to be level 50. So in order to make it available to anybody who can access Solomon Island, they specifically Blue Mountain. Blue Mountain is where you have to be able to get to in order to do this mission. They had to remove some of that running around. But in the end, it actually made the mission better. Here's the cats. And they are definitely digging, and they are not digging flowers. Let's go ahead and go into the old crypt. It is locked. So we're going to search for a key. This is where we had the wedding reception for Hikari and Natalia, just so everybody knows. This was pretty cool. This is where the wedding was set way back in 2015. And we're just gonna head up to the attic, because all the bad things are in the attic. Like this awful mirror, which we may or may not be on the right side of.
Elena Zelikovsky paved the way in this town for my line of work. I used to tell people I was her granddaughter. Whatever sells the magic snow globes, right? Her spirit's always been real chatty. Maybe she knows something we don't.
I use this picture too to map out the ceremony. Okay. So the picture that we found is here. May the seven sisters keep her safe now and in the year of her death. Okay, well, there is seven sisters. And when Elena died, which I believe is in the lore. I think it's in the local history, fire, places of interest, the Franklin Mansion. (1957) is listed here. Not sure that's the right one. But we'll try it. Yep, that was it, 1957. So, yeah, that's one of those things. There's a couple more times where 1957 is mentioned, but yeah, that's one of those things where the lore and actually playing the game is important, and finding the clues you need. It does pay off. Pretty important stuff. I think you can also get that date from Eleanor. I'm not sure.
Please stop by again sometime.
But that gave us... Oh, I gotta pick up the key. I left it on the ground. Yeah, the lore is actually... It can come in handy. It's something that they kind of got away from after the first year or so. But the lore is still pretty important. And one of the things that a lot of people, I honestly don't pay anywhere near enough attention to the agent missions. The agent missions are supposed to have a whole bunch of lore in them. I just haven't. I don't have the patience for the agent system as it's set up. It's just little tiny blurbs of text that kind of annoy me. But it's supposed to have a whole bunch more information. Salem, Danvers, Sekhmet, yes, Merrimack, Rowley. Lots of kitties. One second here. But one Discord notification that refuses to go away. It's kind of driving me nuts. All right, there we go. Alright, into the crypt we go. Don't go into the basement. Oh wait, we have to. It's a horror game. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Something. There you are. Oh, it's incognito. There's a boss you will fight later. It's actually a world boss. I wonder if I can actually defeat him. I don't think he'll take damage after a certain point. Yeah, he gets away. Cause if he doesn't get away, it bugs the mission. So he gets untouchable at a certain point. Now this here, there are a lot of old books here, and you could spend 30 minutes or more reading them all. King Erusian, the Pestilent Poet. Revengeful Erusian. Erusian is another one of the world bosses. He's kind of like the incognito. I don't know if he's actually in Secret World Legends. But Claus confirmed the king, but in no condition to tear the black curtain, dead by our standards, dying by mythological standards. Legendary fictions of the Irish Celts. There is a ghost here. She seems particularly interested in this book. So we'll go ahead and look at it. Sure enough, we are astral bodies, yes, not only in passing. I can't say that word, but is standing stones. Vinterskog or the Wispwood. Supplier at Annapurna, which is in London. Time to visit Europe. We perform the ritual in ancient woods, whereupon ancient spirits keep. We inspire Siabra's hair, tear the veil beyond our sleep. We the Cid, the mounds of deep. And There is typically a lore behind here, but I've already got it, so I don't have to go looking for it. Yeah, there's actually more books here that tell more about the secret world. Only the King's Claws can cause the Black Curtain to fall, but not gain audience with the Night Emperor. Reyes first once claimed, "Then I am the king of the cats." Unlikely. So, as I say, Annapurna is in London. So we're going to go ahead and teleport to London. That was the winner of last night's, or one of the winners of last night's couples contest. Costume contest. So they are going to get a 4-page photo shoot and a magazine from me. So this is Annapurna. This is the herbalism shop. We're gonna need to find out how to make this Sia Brazier.
I don't really understand what you do, but I appreciate it.
Magic's below the surface. I don't mean the sewers.
Hint. The best olives ever. And if we zoom in, we will see that we have Davies Olives. DAVI-EES. 2 E's, not 3 E's.
You seen the succubus?
Let's see, blends. We've got all sorts of different stuff here. The Sia Brazier is what we're looking for. Freshly packed seeds chewed to destroy fair Boudica, mixed in equal parts to calming leaves from the capon's tail, and 1 part of the maiden's watchers of the road. Produce a thick sedative smoke when burned.
My flatmate fell in with the Templars crowd. Too good for me.
So, freshly picked seeds chewed to destroy fair Boudica. Calming leaves from Capone's tail. And 1 part maiden's watcher of the road. Capone's tail, the more common name is Valerian. So we need Valerian. And I'm just looking this up on the internet. Not cheating. Let's see. Caesar. I think that's fennel seeds. One part Maiden's Watcher Rose. Is chicory. So we know we need chicory. We've got some valerian, which that is actually listed here. It's not like it's you can go through the suppliers. The valerian was 9. Says we've got a special supply. Chicory. House of Chalk, which is across the way, sells the highest quality. I can't convince Mama Albina to share her supplier. And yeah, fennel is on the list. It's the only seed, I think. Normal customers ask for leaves in stock, just sell them anise. They won't know the difference for their tea. For prime customers, fennel seeds should always be ordered from Maria. Sorry. Edit. Kareem not answering his phone. This is one of the ones where you had to go out and find it, but they changed it to Kareem's not answering his phone. Unable to visit Egypt at this time. Seeds provided during last contact have begun to germinate in controlled environment. Transplanted in the backyard below the railway. Okay, so they actually had to change this again because of level restrictions with Secret World Legends. So you no longer have to go to Egypt to find this. You can just go to the backyard below the railway. So we're going to find that in just a minute. First, we're going to go and we're going to find... Oh, that's... Reduce this chat way down. I didn't even see that until just now. But I obviously was at an RP event last night, so it was had lots of chat going. Alright, so House of Chalk has the chicory. We'll buy that. Now we just need our last ingredient. Now, under the railway is there's trains. If you've never noticed, and it's one of those things where you have to know the secret world. If you haven't ran around and kind of explored and looked at things, I mean, the ARGs get even more in depth, little tiny details, and player run events go crazy with it too. But the thing that they're referencing right here is this is actually a train track, and if you stand here long enough, you will see trains go by. See, there goes a train right there. So we're going to get the fennel, which is over here, underneath the train tracks. And we'll go ahead and see. Locate the ritual site. Now it said it was either at the Wisp Woods or other place. Let's see. The Venturskog or the Wispwood. The Wispwood is most likely. That is back in Savage Coast. So let's go there. Now this is pretty important. Don't combine your ingredients yet. You have the option to do so. But This game is, this part of this mission is buggy enough without adding more bugs to it. So don't combine these 3 ingredients yet. They're right down here. You want to wait until you're actually at the Wisp Woods. Actually, these are the Venterskog Woods. I hope this is the right ones. So we're looking for a site to combine these. Blue flame monsters about, but that is not what we're looking for. Here we are. There's our kitty digging at this bowl. Alright, so we're gonna put our things together and hope for the best. And there's our portal. Gonna go ahead and jump into it. Okay, while we're at it, we'll just go ahead and turn in our mission. Do not trust appearances, especially not this time of year. The cats see what they want to see, the return of a king called Erusian. The promise of a god he claims he can call. A meaningful model must incorporate all the evidence, all the pieces. Right now, there is too much that doesn't fit yet. A cat deity in Egypt that doesn't stir. A Bible passage scribbled across the American coast. A mama's tear in London. The time to put things together will come. Now is not that time. Now you must protect the gateways of Samhain. Keep back whatever this cat is trying to drag in. And so that is why we need to stop the summoning ritual. I did this on Liz, so I shouldn't have very many problems with Akari. Though I don't have heals on this build, that may be an issue. I may need to change builds, but we'll see. And there is our lovely cat guy thing. And he's got several of these transformed cats at his beck and call. That we need to stop so they can stop doing the ritual. Okay, is there more? Is there more kitties around the corner? Yeah, there is. Okay. The kitties, of course, are on the side of Halloween. They are dangerous at these times. And we'll just sort of keep fighting this guy a little bit. He's going to be not too happy with us. Alright, and then there's going to be more cats coming in, so we have to get them before we can hurt him again. So what we're going to do is we're going to go around the circle and pick up any additional cats as we kill the other ones. Be the last one. Might be one more. Okay. And our friend again gets very unhappy with us.
You should be minded who you get mixed with. Mama taught us well, not all flavors are welcome. Cost to pay a price for what's needed. Loses ourselves to mix ourselves. Loses others too. You'll be looking mixed as well. Yes, indeed. See it in the belly. Ah, excuses us. What's your taste? Ah, never mind. Well, well, ring the bell. The taste of honey, honey. That's interesting. Thought we was done with human. Got the witch's tongue. The snake woman's teeth. Already had mama's eyes. Thought we's had it all. Had moved on to the king cat's claws. Clawed our way here. Here, we be moving on to diviner things. Now, looky here. You're not comprehending the art. Mixing in the head, you know? Not to bother. Being very mindful. Gots to be mindful. Otherwise, it gets very strange in the proportion. Really thought we was done with human. You're best to keep still for this one.
Oof. And you get a kitty. If you don't have it already. I have it already. So unfortunately it goes out the garbage. That is it. Now we need to go back to Roger and talk to her. I didn't mean to scare you. All right. So let's go turn this in to Roger.
And you can see the love line right here is trying to convince Andy here he needs to experiment more.
With investigating procedures and techniques and all, it can't deny the evidence forever, right? Shooting straight will only get you so far in, cases.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and thanks. Jeez, I don't know what you did out there, but Dolly ain't been bothering me no more. And, thank you, ma'am.
You bet, sweetie. Go get him. Never have the heart to tell him what I really see. But, I mean, I could be wrong, right? Poor kid. But hey, the visions are gone. Yay, that's something. I mean, I realize this guy is out there now, taking body parts and identities and whatever. You, by the way. Okay, this is why I'm getting cremated.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm hoping is, if he does something like this again, I'm hoping that his victim is, I don't know, preferably clawless. Maybe a clownfish, a butterfly. I think I could handle a butterfly. Or maybe just give me a break from animals altogether for a while, you know? They're with you, right?
Yeah, the dialogue is really good, and it's little things that are brought out over time, like the stuff with Andy and Moose. Only it gets drawn out over several years. What's even more insane is that they achieve amazing dialogue with just one character speaking 90% of the time. Yeah, exactly. It's, there's a few games who manage to do the back and forth okay, especially single player games. But in MMOs, it's a little hard to do that because the voice of your character, everybody has an idea what their character sounds like. And so to give that character a set voice doesn't always work very well. Star Wars The Old Republic can do it okay, but even then it's kind of stretching it a little bit. Whereas in this, you have one character who doesn't talk, and your character never talks. And so they have to tell a story with only their NPCs. That's a problem we're having. Yeah, exactly. So you have to be able to tell this narrative with only facial expressions from your character. Going to end up having our character not speak for that very reason. Yeah, exactly. So a lot of people, a lot of games do it. Most games do that. And a lot of games will reference how quiet the character is. But yeah, if we give the player choice of voices, that would increase the budget. Yeah, and even then, it's just you're never going to get it right. It's the same thing where everybody wants more, right? Everybody wants more of this and more of that and more of this. So yeah, you could make 10 voices and it still wouldn't be enough. People would ask for 12 voices or 15 voices. Because, again, I say, everybody has in their head, especially in a game where, no way more, exactly. People have an idea in their head what their character sounds like, and so to try to balance that out with actual dialogue is almost impossible. So it's how you have to do it, and they do such a good job of it. With just how they manage all the dialogue. And they tell some really good stories. We knew that Erusian could not be Erusian. We had the claws to scratch through the weakened world, a world in transition, but not the strength or the will. Legendary creatures are only as powerful as their grip over us. Erusian lingered only in the minds of a few stray cats. And so the game began, to determine the true identity of this man, this killer, this counterfeiter. We wrote the evidence on the walls, we modeled a map on the ground, each of us took turns analyzing the clues, eliminating the suspects. Finally, I made my supposition. Dave, gardener in Egypt, with the stone of Bastet. Yes, I am ashamed, but the game goes on without me. So basically like a game of Clue, right? Dave, the gardener, in Egypt, with the stone basket. Bastet. Colonel Mustard in the library with the candlestick. And that is it. That is the Cat God. That is Madame Roger.
Hello?
These are missions that most, I think, you are forced to play as you're leveling up. I know the Raven is, but they are very good. They are very well written. Most of Kingsmouth is amazing. There's no way around it. If you're going to 100% any zone in Secret World Legends, it's got to be Kingsmouth. There is just no topping the it is the secret world. You walk into it and everything about it is the secret world. It's pretty much, they put it up there in front and center stage to impress you and get you into the game, and man, does it work. So yes, very much everything in Kingsmouth is amazing. The Cat God was released shortly after. It was issue 3, was part of the Halloween event, and it is pretty freaking amazing. So yeah, if you have a chance, jump in. It can be reached by this can be played by anybody who can get to Blue Mountain. So I think you have to be like level 13 or so to get to Blue Mountain. Might be a little bit higher. But if you can get to Blue Mountain, you can do this mission. So I encourage you to go in and play it while it's still here. It will go offline tonight or tomorrow morning. As part of the Halloween as it ends. Definitely go ahead and jump in. Again, if you haven't, if you have a higher level character, you can go for the broadcast and get some of these cool radios. Until then, I will not be streaming tomorrow during the day because I will be doing extra live starting at 9 p.m. Pacific. Midnight Eastern. Yeah, that midnight thing, it's a midnight to midnight. Pacific is my time, but midnight Eastern is a better time for the world, So, I'll be starting then, and I will be playing Secret World Legends. I will be playing Tomb Raider. I'm not sure which Tomb Raider. XCOM 2. Dead Frontier 2. A few other games that I have access to. I have so many games that I would love to play, so I will definitely be spending 24 hours just having a great time and trying to earn some money for some kids and the Seattle Children's Hospital. So yeah, so go ahead and feel free to join me if you have any time tomorrow, or actually it'll be mostly Saturday, right? Saturday is the actual time. But it starts Friday night. So yeah, anytime you can jump in, go ahead and jump in. If you got a XCOM character you want made, I'll go ahead and make that. We'll have some fun. Yeah, so until then, I will see you guys later. Bye.